Well, welcome back to Bevington Farm. We have now managed to convert over to Scroft's version 2 map, and I've added in all the custom crops that I wanted to do so. As you can see, we have kept the bunker with the cover that Scroft put in. I haven't put the old bunker with my modified cover. We have our cow barn as standard. We have all the other equipment. We have got this manure pit, but I don't know if it works. I've put another one in because there was already one in the cow shed from my map. So that is working, but this one will actually end up deleting. But the rest I think is pretty much as it should be. I have had to realign the roadway because all the gates and field entrances were just slightly off to the old version. I've put that back in. We've got our custom nav mesh for the cows again, or the buffaloes. We've had to customise this slightly so it's not perfect, but it's near enough. We have set the fields to all be the same crops there were, with the right growth level. We've got linseed, mustard, wheat I believe. Yes, wheat. Then canola, I think this one is. Yep, and then mustard again. I had to plant in the carrot in a full field. I've then had to reseed around this to put in the grass border. And I've used field grass because that's one of the new crops that I put in. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure if field grass regrows like regular grass or if this needs replanting once harvested. We'll experience and find that out when it comes to it. But yeah, so that's everything hopefully set as it should be. Now, I think if I'm right in my assumption, we were in June year 2 on the last map, and I've put us on to June year 2 this time. We are going to accelerate into July. I've got nothing I want to do particularly on this month on this version of the map because I'm not sure where we left things on the last one, so I'm just going to start over on a new month. That gives this field a bit of a growth here. The downside is I suspect all my crops are ready to harvest next month, but we will manage that accordingly in this episode. So let's sleep and see where we get. Okay, so we're now in July. Field grass is coming through nicely. Excellent. Let's have a look at our map. So yeah, pretty much everything is ready to harvest or grass to cut. Which is a bit of a shame. I wasn't planning to do as much of this. But like I said, the growth stage is all correct to where they were left. I've clearly misjudged when I've been planting fields, everything being ready at the same time. I might have seasons turned off and crop destruction turned off still when I was messing around with the edit. If that's the case, I'll put them back on. Yeah, so extra crops. We have obviously linseed, which was the regular crop on this map. We then put in mustard. I did put mustard into my previous map. This one's been migrated across. There's a mustard that you can harvest and get a yield out of. I know a lot of people put mustard in as a cover crop, but like oilseed radish, that's not what this is. We then got silage maize, rye, tricle, I don't know how to pronounce that, spelt, wheat rye, green rye, and then field grass. So they're all the extra crops I've got in. Now, as far as I know, you can plant and hummus active. Plant all these with a seeder. I don't think any of these are planters. I think they're all seeders. And some of them use the same textures as the crops. Obviously, I use the canola crop for mustard. But yeah, we'll see them as we progress, and I want to try and start planting these in as we go in. I haven't looked at the growth calendar. I don't know when they're due to be planted, when they're due to be harvested as standard. We'll cross that bridge as and when. But I'm hoping at a much wider range to give us different things to plant during different months. I've transferred my wheat and oat crop calendar to have 2 planting seasons, so spring oat, spring wheat, and autumn or summer wheat and oat. Or winter, sorry. Yeah, that's enough waffling. I think we need to just crack on. So I'll put the time up to 3. I've now got Easy Dev on here instead of Power Tools. So we'll see how that works out. Given the fact that we're going to have to... No, that's clearly fallen off the trailer. Right, let's do a bit of wizardry pokery and move a few things around. Now I'm fairly confident that field grass does not have essentially crop destruction for tyres. It should be like regular grass. But I was messing with some settings, so I might have put that one by accident if that's the case. Again, we will see. That's even weirder. Now, I would have quite happily had crop destruction on the field grass if it rolled back a growth stage as opposed to destroying it completely. Like I said, that was what I was experimenting and playing with, but I couldn't figure that out. Oh, and this field doesn't have a gate down here, does it? Right. I think we do the mustard first, because there are 2 fields of mustard and I can just crack on with that. Then we'll just progressively work through the rest. It could be that we do this over a span of episodes as opposed to all in one. Why is that not letting me harvest it? What have I not done right? Ready to harvest, not letting me. In that case, we're not doing mustard first. We'll start with the canola, and I will at some point check the XMLs and find out what I've messed up. that's the canola done. Obviously with the time lapse I haven't done anything with the XML yet, but while doing this I think I know what I've done wrong. When I first copied the extra crops across, mustard was a cover crop, not a harvestable crop. So I have copied my harvestable crop into the right area, but I've not modified all the other links to it to tell the game that it's not a cover crop. So I'm hoping that when I fix that, we can then harvest again. That said, for now I am going to leave the mustard, and we will do that on the next episode. We'll do all the other items first. My only concern is, I think to get to the linseed you have to go through the mustard field. Now as it stands, crop destruction is still turned off. I do plan to put that back on, so we'll have a look, we'll see. Oh, I tell a lie, get through the grass field, that's fine. We'll go and do the linseed next. Yeah, so if we do the linseed next, might time lapse that too, might as well, and then we'll see where we're up to. I've added in the mod hub version of realistic livestock. I believe that was still the current version to what I was using anyway. Still getting my head around that. I haven't looked at the animal dealer to try and get some more better quality animals. We haven't sold off the poor quality ones just yet. Kind of leaving it as it is currently. But yeah, I'd like to progressively get that into an area where we can do better with what it is. Right, so if I lower this, start here. That's interesting. That's a very white texture. And it's also not picking up the field, so I can do sleeve assist. I don't feel like I've transferred everything over correctly yet. That's really interesting, because I didn't touch the linseed. I don't think I've done the linseed on the previous version of the map either. Do this first headland. I'm not going to time lapse it, we're going to do the first headland. I am then going to save the game, come out of the game, and have a bit more of a play with the settings. Because, yeah, I'm not happy with that. I also need to go back on the old version and see if this does the same thing. See if it's a me problem, or if it's a problem that was already there. I just worked that way. Obviously, if you're watching this, you can comment as to whether you've had this experience or not. With any luck, though, I'll have fixed it before you even see the video. Right. So, I'm going to take a brief interlude for what will be quite a little bit of time for me. It'll be a couple of seconds for you, and I will see you once I've resolved my problems. Okay, so that's the linseed all done. We've got a good crop there, about 130% of the harvester was filled. So that's what, about 110,000 litres. So not bad at all. I had a bit of a nightmare. It's been 24 hours since I last started this recording. I did fix the chocolate effects on the combine for linseed. I then broke them again, clearly, because they're not working. And mustard, I just couldn't get it to work. It's fixed now, but it took me ages to work out that actually it wasn't the mustard that was at fault, it was precision farming. I hadn't set the correct yield map for that. So it was harvesting it was just yielding 0. And that's what threw me for the day. Right, well, I had forgotten that I had recorded a fair bit on the previous recording that I did yesterday. So I have also recorded me doing the mustard, but I am not going to show that in this episode. We're going to end things right now, and in July we're going to resume the next episode in July, and I suspect we're going to resume the following episode in July. But we've got a lot of harvesting to do, and it needs doing. So for those who have been watching, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye for now.